Did you know that a single speech delivered on February 2nd, 1835 transformed India's education system forever? Lord Macaulay, a key British official, proposed a strategy that replaced India's thriving ancient education with a colonial framework. But why was this done, and what has been its long-term impact on Indian culture, language and identity? Let's uncover the truth. The rich heritage of India's ancient education. Before British colonial rule, India's education system was deeply rooted in spiritual, cultural and moral values. From gurukuls to legendary institutions like Nalanda and Takshashila, India was a global center for knowledge. Subjects like Ayurveda, mathematics, astronomy and philosophy were taught with pride, fostering innovation and wisdom. However, in the 19th century, as the British sought to consolidate their control, they viewed this robust education system as a threat to their dominance. India's self-sufficient knowledge system empowered its people both culturally and intellectually, which the colonizers saw as a barrier to complete control. Lord Macaulay's speech, a turning point, 2nd February 1835. On February 2nd, 1835, Lord Macaulay delivered a speech in the British Parliament that became a blueprint for India's education overhaul. He proposed, I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system, her culture. For if the Indians think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. Macaulay's strategy was clear: replace Sanskrit, Persian and regional Indian languages with English as the primary medium of instruction. This calculated move aimed to create a class of English-educated Indians who would act as intermediaries between the British rulers and the Indian masses, erode India's pride in its cultural and intellectual heritage. The immediate effect was a gradual decline of traditional Indian knowledge systems. Schools and universities that once taught holistic education in Indian languages were sidelined. Subjects like Ayurveda, astronomy, and literature lost prominence. Language marginalization. English became synonymous with progress, while Sanskrit, Persian, and regional languages were seen as outdated. Cultural inferiority. Indians began to perceive their own heritage as inferior, leading to a loss of self-esteem. Rise of English-educated elites. While a section of society benefited, it widened the cultural and knowledge gap between the masses and the educated elite. This shift weakened the spiritual and cultural backbone of India, creating long-term consequences for generations. Fast forward to today, and India is taking steps to revive its rich heritage. Initiatives like the New Education Policy, NEP 2020, emphasize the promotion of Indian languages as mediums of instruction. There's a focus on holistic learning that includes India's cultural, historical, and scientific contributions. Integration of ancient knowledge systems into modern education is also a key aspect. The goal is to create a balanced system where modern education meets India's historical legacy, empowering students to embrace their roots while competing globally. Macaulay's words remind us of the importance of protecting and valuing our cultural heritage. As we look to the future, we must ask, can we revive pride in Indian languages, knowledge systems, and traditions? How can we balance ancient wisdom with the demands of a modern, globalized world? Understanding this history is key to shaping a better, more inclusive future for India's education system. What are your views on the impact of Lord Macaulay's policies? Do you think India's education system is on the right path to reviving its heritage? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more engaging content on Indian history, culture, and education.